The story of Kylian Mbappé, a journey of speed, heart, and purpose. When you hear the name Kylian Mbappé, you don't just think of football, you think of speed that takes your breath away. You think of goals that silence entire stadiums. But behind the records and the fame, there is a story of a boy from Bondy, a boy who never stopped believing. The boy from Bondy. Kylian Mbappé was born in December 1998 in Bondy, a tough but vibrant suburb on the outskirts of Paris. His father, Wilfried, was a football coach, and his mother, Faiza, had once been a professional handball player. Football wasn't just a game in the Mbappé household, it was part of life. From the time he could walk, Kylian wanted the ball at his feet. Neighbors remember him as the boy who ran faster than everyone else, the kid who would stay on the pitch long after the sun had set. But talent was never enough. His parents made sure he understood discipline, respect, and humility. His father pushed him to work harder. His mother reminded him that arrogance would destroy him, and Kylian listened. A dream in motion. At the age of 14, Mbappé joined France's prestigious Clairefontaine Academy. Scouts from across Europe circled around him. He could have gone to Chelsea, even Real Madrid invited him for a trial. But he stayed in France, waiting for his moment. That moment came at Monaco in December 2015. At just 16 years old, he made his professional debut, becoming the youngest player in the club's history. A year later, he exploded onto the scene, leading Monaco to a Ligue 1 title and a Champions League semi-final. Europe had a new star, Paris, the big stage. In 2017, Paris Saint-Germain signed Mbappé in a deal worth €180 million, making him the second most expensive player in football history. But money never distracted him. What people saw wasn't a teenager weighed down by expectations, but a fearless forward who thrived under pressure. At PSG, he became a phenomenon. League titles, golden boots, records shattered year after year. He was more than just fast, he was intelligent, clinical, and unshakably confident. And with Neymar and Messi by his side, he lit up Paris in ways the city had never seen before. The world stage, Russia 2018. But Mbappe's true arrival came in the summer of 2018, the World Cup in Russia. At only 19 years old, he set the world on fire, scoring 4 goals, including one in the final against Croatia. France were champions, and Mbappé joined legends, becoming only the second teenager after Pelé to score in a World Cup final. He donated his entire World Cup earnings, over $400,000, to charities helping children. For him, it wasn't about money, it was about purpose, glory, and heartbreak. Qatar 2022. 4 years later, in Qatar, he was even more electric. In the final against Argentina, when France looked beaten, Mbappé rose. A hat-trick in the biggest game of all. He won the Golden Boot, scoring 8 goals in the tournament. France lost, but Mbappe's name was etched forever into history. That night, even in defeat, he proved something powerful. That greatness isn't only about winning, it's about fighting, about carrying your team when the world thinks it's over. The man beyond the pitch. Off the field, Mbappé built something bigger than football. He launched his own foundation, inspired by Kylian, supporting young people to chase their dreams. He invested in media and culture through his company, Zebra Valley. He even wrote a comic book for kids, telling his story in a way they could relate to. And his generosity reached beyond France. In 2025, his foundation began building an educational center and football pitch in Peru, proving that his influence isn't bound by borders. A dream fulfilled. Real Madrid. For years, one dream followed him, the dream of playing for Real Madrid. As a boy, he had posters of Zidane and Ronaldo on his wall. In 2024, that dream came true. When he walked out at the Santiago Bernabeu, over 80,000 fans cheered. He spoke in Spanish, thanked them, and said, "I always knew this dream would come true." Legacy in motion. Kylian Mbappé is still young, but his story already feels legendary. From the streets of Bondy to the bright lights of Paris, from lifting the World Cup to standing on the Bernabeu pitch, he has carried speed, heart, and purpose every step of the way. And maybe that's the lesson. Talent can take you far, hard work can take you further, but it's heart, the human touch, that makes your journey unforgettable.